Hello everyone, this is Dr. John here for part 4 of the Neuro-emotional technique NET discussions. And this one is on couples. And I do this every once in a while, and these couples can be romantic partners. It can be parent and child at any age, mother-daughter, mother-son, father-daughter, father-son. Can be business partners. It has a lot of different ramifications on different types of relationships. The only thing that I require when I work on these people is they both fully choose in, that they're both ready, willing, able, and eager to be their best in that relationship and improve that relationship and do whatever it takes to come to resolution in that relationship. And if they're not both doing so, it's not going to work. We talk about how the subconscious shows itself in a lot of ways in our actions and our reactions, whether we listen, whether we don't listen. And if someone is not fully choosing in some way, they're going to self-sabotage from their subconscious. I've seen it over and over again until I've been requiring people who want to do sessions that they are all ready, willing, able, and eager to be their best, get better, etc. Be healthy in all aspects. And we could always work on the ready, willing, able, and eager if they choose into that, but that would be separate for that individual until they both are on that same page. A little story, I had someone who wanted to send their spouse in individually. And I told that person who wanted to send their spouse in, is like, okay, make sure they know what they're choosing into so that when they're here, we can really get to work and get started and figure things out. That spouse comes in and they're like, I don't know why I'm here. My spouse just sent me in. And so we had to do this, and they did not pass. And but they were actually willing to work on being ready, willing, able, and eager to do that. So they worked on the foundational stuff, and we had made some progress until they dropped out, which again, like I said, there's the self-sabotage. So with couples, I work on couples in a bunch of different ways. Sometimes we have them voice certain issues that they want to work on, and then I might work on each individually around that issue, but they're in the same space, so they actually hear each other and what they're processing through, where things are actually coming from. Then 99% is rarely from the actual relationship. And that has its own healing aspect to it. There's other aspects or other techniques within working with couples where we can have one person and couple working towards each other and test them along the way and see where they inhibit, and then see what that brings up. And that gets to be very interesting until they're able to get close to each other, or we have them walk away and see if that starts to inhibit each other. And there's a lot of interesting things we can do with couples. And, recognize most couple issues, at least from what I've seen, are really have the foundation from earlier issues, earlier childhood issues, family issues, for the most part. Not all, but a good percentage. So as much as we're getting triggered by our, children, our spouses, or romantic partners, or business partners, usually it's being derived from something else. Sometimes there's also, when it is a business partner or a romantic partner, we are choosing into some of the chaos that we grew up with as well. And that has to be dealt with, in its own way. And in also those situations, as I talked about in statements, being okay with the worst outcome or traumatic outcome. Because if we can take the charge out of that, then we can really deal with the actual issues versus the fear of that coming true. Meaning, like for married couples, being okay even working through this if we end up in the divorce. Being okay with that, it's not saying that's the desired outcome, but if we are okay, we deal with the fears of that issue, get that out of the way, that resolves whatever that resolves, and then we can actually deal with the actual relationship. So, hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or likes, and hope everyone has a blessed day.